What's up guys, Matt here, back with another video, and we have the spotlight on the Peach versus Bowser tour. It's early morning here in New Zealand, so just excuse me being as quiet as a mouse, but we are here, we are enjoying this tour, and you know what it is. We want to take a look at the items, we want to see what ones are gaining value, and we want to see which ones are really the top items in the Mario Kart Tour meta right now. So let's get started. We've got lots of new items to get through. We've got items that have been buffed, and we've got the top 10, of course. So before we dive in, I did want to just firstly start out by shouting out some of our amazing members in our Discord. Every tour we run a action count champion competition, and we had a winner this tour who actually won with 2 different runs, and that person is Captain Evan. Congratulations, man. You are our action count champion of the tour for the Animal Tour, and Captain Evan had some amazing runs. Firstly, he set a new world record with a boombox, banana, and 1 single boombox run on Baby Park. I think that's the Baby Park T variant there. 230 actions on Baby Park. That's insane, dude. So just absolutely breaking the estimates. And then he also had another incredible run, which I'll just find here, which was even in a higher action count. So, dude, you won by a country mile. 2 different occasions you got the highest score. So this one here with Rosalina Volendama, Piranha Plant Slide, 265 actions. Congratulations, man. Hats off to you. Just an absolutely incredible job. So make sure to post your runs in the Action Count Champion competition for the Peach versus Bowser tour, and let's get started into this episode. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the new items showing up in the Spotlight shop this tour. So thank you to a turtle dude for sending this graphic through in our data mining channel. Looking at the items that we've got some really interesting ones. Kamek and Petey Piranha. We've got Yoshi Kangaroo, Mario Tuxedo. We've got Meowser showing up again, which is cool. White Tanuki Mario and Luigi Knight. Not a lot of interest to the rest. Pinja is an interesting one. Pink Shy Guy Ninja. Then we've got, of course, the gold drivers still exactly the same as they were. In terms of the carts, these standard kind of, commonly appearing high chance ones, not really that interesting apart from the Piranha Pipes. Then we've got some great carts showing up in the normal chance. We've got the Red Off-Roader, which is a fantastic one. Of course, the Shielded Speedster. The Sweet Rider's an interesting one to look at. The Silver King. And of course, the gold pool of carts is still the same as it was. Moving on to the gliders, we have the Piranha Plant Balloons, the Wicked Topaz, the Wonderful Wings, Candlelight Flight. These are all very meta gliders, and the Sunset Balloons, which we're going to have a chat about this morning. Then moving into the normal chance, we've got the Black Star Shoot, the 8-bit 1-up. What else is in there of interest? The Secret Scroll is quite an interesting one to take a look at too. And then the gold ones as it was. So there you go, there is the graphic for the daily spotlight pool. We're going to take a look firstly at the new items. Alright, so before we dive into this episode and look at these new items, I want to shout out Larry98. Larry98 the man, thank you so much for all you do in this community, and this tour you will see that he's actually overhauled this sheet to make it even more useful for these episodes. So thank you, man. I really appreciate you taking care of what we're doing and improving stuff. So you'll see we've now got a ranking system which shows up the ticket time ranking down below here, and Antilev's ranking, which is covered in the rundown. This will be a good way to kind of compare how the 2 algorithms work. They are similar, but you will definitely see some differences in terms of the way that they show up. Then, along with the retro and the nitro courses that an item has, we've also included some current tour stats, which include things like how many appearances do we have in the Ranked Cup at level 1. So you can see, for example, Blue Shy Guy has 3 appearances, 1 in the Ranked Cup for the current tour. So it's super useful. Thank you so much, Larry98. Really looking forward to diving into this episode and using this tool. It's going to be fantastic. All right, so let's take a look at our first driver, and that is Blue Shy Guy. So he starts out with Bowser's Castle, Airship Fortress R, Bowser's Castle 3R, and Riverside Park. He also has the retro RT of Airship Fortress RT. So an okay starting value for a super, nothing too flash. Really, he only has one course that's of interest, which is that Riverside Park course, which is a level 6 unlock. I think that might be the same one that Blue Koopa Free Running got. So if you've already leveled up Blue Koopa Free Running, or you already have Yoshi Kangaroo, then it might not be that much of interest. He has a few overlaps with some pretty meta drivers you can see here. Piranha Gold, Meowser, and Kamek with 2 coin box there, and then Mario Samurai and Yoshi Kangaroo with 2 Boomerang Flower overlaps as well. So that's Blue Shy Guy. He's got an okay starting value. He's number 122 on the ticket time ranking. We'll have to see how his value develops, but there's not really much point to be investing into him this tour, but it's a nice reward from Nintendo. Then moving on, we have the Rocky Wrench Mii Suit, which is the brand new Mii Suit this tour. I don't know if you're investing into Miis and buying everyone like some of us are, but when you get a discount, it's pretty nice. He actually starts out with some pretty good value. You can see he got Peach Gardens R, Bowser's Castle 3R, Bowser's Castle 3T, DK Mountain R, which is the level 8 unlock there, Bowser's Castle RT, Airship Fortress RT, Riverside Park RT, and Amsterdam Drift 3. So it's actually quite good because he's already a double feature in ranked with 9 courses to start, 1 unlocked at level 8 in this tour. It's pretty nice. So in terms of the overlaps, he does have 2 overlaps with Daisy Tide Dress, 2 with PD Piranha Gold, 2 with Dry Bones Gold, and 2 with King Bob-omb Gold. He also has 4 with Bowser Mii Racing Suit, 4 with the Hammer Bro Mii Racing Suit, and then he has some overlap with Boomerang as well, with Mario Samurai with 2 and Luigi Knight with 2. So there he is. It's really not that bad a starting value for a Mii, probably one of the better Miis in terms of starting value. So he's number 59 on the ticket time rankings. Pretty nice. I would say definitely pick this one up, but again, you're probably not going to be invested into it, being that it's not a plus skill driver. Certainly if this was a plus skill Mii, we would be having a different conversation. We would be really stoked about this starting value. All right, so now let's move on to the new cards. We've got the Gold Bruiser. A lot of people were excited about this card. Unfortunately, for its starting value, it's not the best. But it starts out with Bowser's Castle T, Mario Circuit, Neo Bowser City T, Airship Fortress T, Bowser Castle 3, Bowser Castle 3R, Airship Fortress RT, and Peach Gardens RT. So it has 10 total courses, 4 at level 1, one of those being in Ranked Cup, and then 2 level 3 unlocks, 2 level 6 unlocks, and 2 level 8 unlocks. So yeah, it's got some good courses there. Really where it's going to be hurt is if we take a look at the overlaps. So it's got 5 overlaps with the Black Sneeker, 4 with the Shielded Speedster, 3 with the Jukebox Buggy, 3 with Kamek's Zoom Broom and the Magma Broom, yellow 8-bit Pipe Frame, Silver King, Silver Bullet Blaster, and the Red Off-Roader. So there you go, there's its starting value. We'll see how its value develops. At this stage, I would recommend holding off on investing into this item. Okay, moving right along, we've got the Pink Sneeker, and it starts out with 11 courses. It's number 64 in the ticket time rankings. It starts out with Peach Gardens. Peach Gardens are Riverside Park, Royal Raceway T, Mario Circuit RT, Peach Gardens RT, Riverside Park RT, Royal Raceway RT, and Amsterdam Drift 3T. So it's got some pretty nice starting value. It's showing up twice in Ranked Cup, 5 overlaps with the Gilded Prancer, 5 with the Pink Speeder, 4 with the Moo Moo Off-Roader, 3 with the Goo Goo Pink, 3 with the Red Standard 8, 3 with the Blue Soda, 3 with the Securus Quick Short. So this to me is one of those carts that really demonstrates how you only really want to invest into one cart from a tour, or even from a couple of tours in a row. So you can see those 4 overlaps with the Moo Moo Off-Roader, and then also those 5 with the Pink Speeder. Really, you have to pick from these 3 carts. For those who are saying, oh, this is a really nice card, it looks really nice, and I'm going to invest into this and this other cart, it really doesn't make sense. You don't really want to operate that way, because you're going to end up spreading your tickets thin for 2 items which end up getting really similar courses. So we'll see how it develops, but for me, if I'm investing into the Moo Moo Off-Roader, I'm not going to be investing into this. In fact, the coverage itself on this is probably better than the Moo Moo Off-Roader for my account, because it's got some more courses that the Moo Moo Off-Roader doesn't cover. But there's a personal preference element too that you've got to consider, right, in terms of hitbox and in terms of the looks and all that good stuff. So let me know in the comments down below if you love pink carts. Okay, so speaking of which, let's go take a look at the Pink Speeder. So the Pink Speeder, really, really nice starting value here. So where the Pink Sneaker was 64th, Pink Speeder shows up as number 53 in the rankings. So the best starting value from any cart this tour, it starts with 12 courses, which is really solid. It got Peach Gardens T, Riverside Park R, DK Mountain R, Royal Raceway and Royal Raceway R, Mario Circuit RT, Peach Gardens RT, Riverside Park RT, Amsterdam Drift 3 and Amsterdam Drift 3T. So you can see from those courses that it's got heaps of Riverside Park, it's got some DK Mountain, it's got some Peach Gardens, it's even got some of that city value too, but the city value doesn't hold it back, it just boosts extra value because you're using it more often. So it's a really nice starting value. It has only 1 Ranked Cup appearance at level 1. The second Ranked Cup appearance is at level 8, unfortunately. And it has 5 overlaps with the Pink Sneaker, 4 with the Moo Moo Off-Roader, 4 with the White Bruiser, which is going to hurt its value a bit there, 3 with the Camo Tanuki cart, 3 with the Happy Ride, and the Carp cart. So a great starting value there. The Royal Raceways are some of those overlaps which don't matter so much there with the White Bruiser and even the Pink Sneaker, but I wouldn't recommend investing into more than one of those carts that we've just listed there. The Pink Speeder, let me know in the comments down below. Are you investing into it, or are you picking this one up? What are you doing with the Pink Speeder this tour? Alright, and moving on to our final new item this tour, we have the wonderful Garnet, a interesting glider that I'm seeing 2 very different views on this glider in the community. We've got people who are saying, this thing looks beautiful, it looks amazing, I've bought it already, Nintendo have my money. Totally respect that. But what I really, really would encourage is to take a look at the coverage, because every tour there's going to be something you want to pick up for 100 rubies that's amazing, and it's like, Nintendo, take my rubies. But you're not building into your account if you're purchasing items that you're not going to ever level up and using your rubies that way. I know it might sound like a boring strategy, but what I do with my rubies, I would take those 100 rubies and I would spend them on Coin Rush. Then I would buy another high-end ticket to get an extra level up on a glider which I'm using all the time. So that's my strategy. I would recommend you do the same. I know it's boring, but it's a much better usage of your resources when it comes to growing your account, getting your best loadouts, your best scores, tearing up, getting the rewards, and then you can afford to grab these extra purchases when you really, really want something. So the wonderful Garnet, it starts out with 11 courses, number 79 on our ticket time rankings. It's got Mario Circuit R, Peach Gardens T, Bouncer Castle 3, Riverside Park T, Royal Raceway R and T and RT, and then Amsterdam Drift 3 R and 3 RT. So you can see there that, yes, it's got 2 Peach Gardens, which is great, but one of those is a level 8 unlock. And then other than that, it's really only got the Riverside Park T, but again, that's a level 6 unlock. So yes, you would use it at level 1 twice in Ranked Cup, but that is quite deceiving, being that it's only really got Peach Gardens, the other one being Amsterdam Drift 3 RT. Being a city course, we just don't know if that's going to return. So I would caution anyone wanting to purchase this glider thinking it has great starting value, it doesn't. At the very least, if you really like the design, I would recommend you pick it up and then stash it in for a time when it does have better value. And in terms of the overlaps, this is also quite difficult to get into, being that it's got 3 with the 8-bit Super Mushroom, 3 with the Mario's Hat Balloon, 3 with Toe Bean Balloons, 3 with the 8-bit 1-Up Mushroom, the Pink Magnifying Glass, Starry Great Sail, Bullet Bill Hanafuda, Spider Glider. It's also a little bit of a red flag when you see all of these old gliders that something overlaps with, because it shows that the courses that it got, a lot of the courses it got are also either older courses or courses where older items got buffed, which it's not a good thing for a new item to get overlaps with an item that got a course that got old coverage. Alright guys, now it's time to take a look at some of the items which are gaining value and improving the most in the ticket time rankings. So first up, we've got Pink Shy Guy Ninja, who has gone up this tour by 8 places, which is fantastic. He's got some really cool buffs, both Peach Gardens and Peach Gardens Tea. So 1 ranked appearance there, really nice buff there for him. So now he has a total of 23 courses with retros and then 12 with the nitros, and he has 4 ACR appearances this tour, sitting on number 22 on our ticket time rankings right now. He is really cool. We've covered him before, so looking at his overlaps, he does have a lot of overlap with Fire Rosalina, with PD Piranha, with Charging Chuck, a few with Charging Chuck Gold, King Bob Gold, Gold Me Racing Suit, but other than that, he's got some great value. He only has 27 courses left to see, so he is absolutely at the end of his value. So this, I would say, is kind of that sun-setting value. But you know, he still could get a few more of these, maybe Frappe Snowland, Mario Circuit, Shy Guy Bazaar RT, for example, is a good example of a course he might get. So yeah, that's Pink Shy Guy Ninja. I know I'm using him at level 6 and double capped, and my ranked. I'm so tempted to take him higher because I love Giant Banana, but I can't really justify that at this late in the picture. But I love using him. So Pink Shy Guy Ninja, big winner this tour. Let me know if you're invested in him down below. Next, we're going to move on to another one that a lot of people are wondering about this tour, which is Mario King. And he unfortunately just didn't get the buffs we really wanted to see this tour. We were hoping he would gain a lot of value in the last 2 tours, but this tour he only got 2 buffs, Mario Circuit and Peach Gardens Tea, both in all cup ranking, none in ranked cup. So yeah, it's really frustrating for those who are invested. If you see that giant list there of the city courses, and then only 12 retros right now, it is frustrating, guys. Only 4 ACR appearances, and he's number 16 in the ticket time rankings right now. His value is still to be seen. He has 114 courses left to see, and he doesn't have crazy amounts of overlap yet. 3 with Charging Chuck Gold, 3 with question mark Block Me Racing Suit, 2 with Pink Gold Peach, but in terms of other plus skills, really not that bad. So hopefully he does get a bit more value in the future. But Mario King, for now, I would recommend holding off on him. I was hoping he would get a whole bunch of ranked appearances, he would show up in the Spotlight Shop. It seems that they're really either just theming him towards cities more, or perhaps they're just trying to hold back his values so that he can, people can get kind of the value out of him before they bring him into the Spotlight Shop, and they want to keep him rare, same as what they're doing with Ty Daisy, who I need on my free-to-play account. Cool, so that's Mario King. Then we've got PD Piranha Gold, who has only been out a few tours. He's looking really good, guys. He's up 6 places this tour, 5 places in the ticket time rankings this tour to number 12 in the rankings there. He has a total of 13 retro courses. You compare that to Mario King, and it's already very nice. Then he has 5 appearances in ACR this tour. He got Bowser's Castle, which wasn't a great buff given that it already has lots of coin boxes, and then he had Bowser's Castle 3T. So yeah, it's okay. It's perfectly fine. He will get more value. He's still got 150 courses to see. And then in terms of his overlaps, which is probably my favorite bit, he has very little overlap with other coin boxes. 2 with Kamek, 2 with King Bob-omb Gold, 2 with Yoshi Gold Egg. So nothing that's kind of killer there. You know, he has 4 with Mario Samurai, 3 with Luigi Knight, 3 with PD Piranha. These are some of the reasons that I'm not getting into these boomerang drivers, because when you get all these coin boxes who have overlap, it makes sense to go with the skill that you really like. So for me, that's coin box, PD Piranha Gold. He's really good. Number 12 on the rankings. We'll have to keep watching his value. Speaking of PDs, let's take a look at the other 2 as well. So we've got the normal PD Piranha, who is gone up 6 places on the ticket time rankings with that massive ranked buff with Peach Gardens this tour. He also got Peach Gardens RT, which is in ranked week 2. So he is the number 1 ranked winner, I would say, this tour, with 2 ranked appearances, plus skill, huge scoring potential, really good. He has 24 courses, 5 nitros. He's number 4 on the ticket time rankings. Really nice. Of course, he does have some overlaps, 6 with the PD Piranha Me Racing suit there. He has 5 with the question mark block Me Racing suit, 4 with Mario King, 3 with PD Piranha Gold, 3 with Yoshi Gold Egg. So might be a difficult driver to get into if you're invested in these items here, but he has some really great and unique coverage. I wish that I had PD Piranha at a high level for ranked this week, but hey, I've got some other options, so that's the case for me. Then let's take a look now at the PD Piranha Me Racing suit. This one had a massive spike in its value this tour. It went up 11 places in the ticket time rankings, all the way to number 8, which is fantastic. It has 14 courses, 3 nitros, and 5 of those are showing up in ACR this tour. It got Peach Gardens RT, which is ranked week 2, which is very nice. 6 overlaps with PD Piranha, 3 with question mark block Me Racing suit, 2 with Kamek, 2 with King Bob-omb Gold, 2 with PD Piranha Gold, 2 with Yoshi Gold Egg, 2 with Daisy Tie Dress. 74 courses left to see. This could be one of the best Me suits that we've got, being that it's themed and it's got a great plus skill. It seems that it's gotten some great value. So PD Piranha Me Racing suit, that's its value. Could be worth investing into depending on your account. Alright, so let's go over the rest of the top 10 in Flo's ranking and ticket time here. So in 10th place was Mario Samurai, 9 is Yoshi Kangaroo, number 7 Rosalina Volendam, number 6 question mark block Me Racing suit, up 2 places there. Daisy Tie Dress in 5th place, up 1 placement there. PD Piranha, as mentioned, number 4, up 6 places. Gold Me Racing Suit drops down 2 places into 3rd place, with Charging Shark Gold going up 2 places into number 2, and then Luigi Knight taking out that top spot. So a lot of movers and shakers within that top 10 this tour. Really cool to see some changeover, some really good value for some of these ones that we're investing into. So if you're invested into Luigi Knight, Charging Shark Gold, PD Piranha, Daisy Tie Dress, you are loving it. And it's interesting to see the strength of Daisy Tie Dress, even without ranked appearance this tour. She is very strong. So that's the drivers. Let's move now on to the carts that are gaining value in the ticket time rankings. And the first cart that I want to look at is the Sweet Ride. It is number 25 on our ticket time rankings, up 9th place. It got the great ranked week buff Peach Gardens RT, which is a pretty paywalled course there. It has 13 retros and 15 cities there. 4 courses showing up this tour with that 1 ranked appearance. It has 68 courses to see, so it still has some pretty decent value and buff potential there. It does pair quite well with a lot of accounts. My one caution is that it's only got 13 retros, so there are definitely higher amounts of courses. You compare that to like a jukebox buggy or something like that. Much nicer. But one thing that's really good is it has some pretty unique, great hitbox coverage. If you look at its overlaps, it has almost no overlap with larger carts. It does have 3 with the yellow off-roader and 2 with the Cact B there. But yeah, a very nice cart. That is the Sweet Ride. It is number 25 on the ticket time rankings. Now let's take a look at one we haven't talked about since the tour that it came out. It is the Streetle, the one that is the Animal Crossing cart, Unfortunately, it's quite a small cart, but it did get Peach Gardens, Peach Gardens R, and Peach Gardens T, which is an incredible boost for its value this tour. I didn't even pick up on this in the tour reaction, but that's huge, getting 3 of the new variants of Peach Gardens, and arguably the most valuable buffs this tour. So really nice. It's number 11 on the ticket time rankings. It jumped up an incredible 27 places. So we have to see if that kind of buff streak or value lasts. It could be a flash in a pan. So it doesn't confirm anything about how it would be buffed in the future. It's got 6 overlaps with Gold Trickster and 4 with the Red Vampire Flyer. 3 with Kicked Bee, 3 with the Tanuki Cart, 3 with the Vampire Flyer, the Coral Jet Cruiser, the Strawberry Soft Swerve. So if you're investing in these items, it may not make sense, but it's still got 150 courses to see. It's looking really nice. So we'll have to see how its value turns out long term. Let me know if you like driving this one. Now let's dive into the top 10 for the carts and the ticket time rankings. Number 10 being the blue-green capsule cart. Then number 9 being the red off-roader, which we'll dive into in a moment. It jumped up 2 places there into 9th place. First time showing up in the top 10. And then we've got the white bruiser, which dropped down 3 places to number 8. The lightning streamliner holding steady at number 7. The yellow off-roader holding steady at number 6. The red vampire flyer up 4 places to number 5. We're going to take a look at that one too. The warrior wagon dropping down 1 place to 4. The magma broom dropping down 1 place to 3. Green Cat Cruiser up 2 to number 2, and then the Shielded Speedster holding strong at number 1. Let's dive in and take a look at some of these carts to see what's going on behind the scenes. Alright, so first we're going to take a look at the red off-roader. It is a really nice cart. It has got 17 retro courses, 7 nitro courses. This tour it picked up Bowser's Castle R, which is actually quite a nice buff, being that we had some smaller carts there when that course came out. Perhaps you're not invested into any of these other ones like Red Crawley Cart, ones like that. Yeah, really nice buff there. Showing up in ranked, which is very good. It has 6 courses in ACR this tour. Then take a look at its value. It still has 99 courses left to see, and it has overlaps 6 with the Flaming Speeder, 6 with the Lightning Streamliner, 5 with the classic B-Dasher Mark II, 5 with the Gold Bullet Blaster, the Yellow Off-Roader, the Silver King, then 4 with the Candy Clowns Piranha Pipes, Red Vampire Flyer, Warrior Wagon, Shielded Speedster, Orange Streamliner, Black Sneeker, and Gold Double Decker. So probably the one caution I would give about the Red Off-Roader is it does have a lot of overlap. I think people have nicely ignored that because they invested into it early, and I know I fell into that camp too. I did invest into this one early, but actually it's not the optimal coverage option. Especially if you're already invested into the Lightning Streamliner in particular. But yeah, some of these older ones, even like the Silver King, have kind of depreciated the value there. So there we go, the red off-roader, really nice cut. We'll have to see how its coverage turns out into the future. If it keeps getting great ranked value, then it could be a really good cart to be invested into. So number 9 on the ticket time rankings. We'll see if it holds in that top 10 as we go forward. Speaking of red carts, next up we've got the Red Vampire Flyer. This one has absolutely had astronomical, crazy value. Being a ranked reward, it's quite clear that this one is one that is showing that ranked rewards can be great. It is already number 5 on the ticket time rankings with 14 retro courses, 3 nitros. It only came out in the Halloween tour, so it's got 150 courses left to see. And this tour, it went up 4 places into the number 5 position in the ticket time rankings. It got again that Bowser's Castle R buff, so a really nice buff being in ranked, being a course that didn't have big carts. Now it has Red Off-Roader, Red Vampire Flyer, and the Red Crawley cart, which is kind of funny. It's got 5 overlaps with the Gold Bullet Blaster, 4 with the Piranha Pipes, 4 with the Red Off-Roader, 4 with the Tanuki Cart, 4 with the Gold Trickster, 4 with the Streetle, the Gold Double Decker, 4 with the Shielded Speedster, and then 3 with a bunch there too. So Red Vampire Flyer, we'll have to again see how much buff it gets, but it could be a really good one to invest into. This is the next one on my list for my free-to-play account. I started investing into the Piranha Pipes, but now I feel like I need to pivot and start investing into this one instead because it seems to be getting a lot more of the newer value. So we'll see what happens with it. Red Vampire Flyer, really nice cart. Now let's take a look at our final card this tour of interest, which is the Green Cat Cruiser. It is a small card. It is, I love green, but it doesn't look great, guys. It looks terrible. But it's got 21 courses, which is amazing for a car. 8 cities as well. It has 3 ACR appearances, with one of those being in ranked this tour. It got Peach Gardens, which is in ranked week 1. The only buff it got this tour, but it's just one of those buffs it's kind of the right buff. So it did jump up 2 places in the ticket time ranking to number 2. And then looking at its buff potential, it has 58 courses still to see. It has 6 overlaps with the Strawberry Soft Swerve, 5 with the Grey Cat Cruiser, 5 with the Chocolate Banana Minibus, 4 with the Gold Sweet Ride, 4 with the Pink Capsule, 4 with the Piranha Pipes, 4 with the Shielded Speedster, 4 with the Watermelon Cart, 4 with the Gold Billet Blaster, 4 with the Cheap Snorkel, 4 with the Star Broom, 4 with the Blue Green Capsule, 4 with the Magma Broom, 4 with the Pumpkin Cart, and with the Cupid's Arrow. So yeah, a lot of overlaps there, but it is a very, very nice card in terms of its coverage. Might be one to look and invest into if you don't mind overlap with some of the bigger carts and you don't mind driving with a smaller cart. My one caution is a lot of the courses that it does have are coin boxing courses, so you may want to be looking at other items like the Strawberry Soft Swerve or the Piranha Pipes or something like that with a bigger hitbox. Okay, so that's it for the carts. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the gliders that are gaining value. And firstly, I want to take a look at an older one. It is the Sunset Balloons. And the reason we're taking a look at this is the last 2 tours, it got some really interesting buffs, which are making people want to look at it and see if it's something they should start investing into now in 2022. Generally speaking, I would advise against that, though the Sunset Balloons was a very meta glider when it came out, and it does have quite a lot of courses. 25 courses for a glider in 2020 or 2021 was actually very, very good. Then this tour it did get Peach Gardens RT, which is a ranked week 2 buff, and then last tour it got DK Mountain T, which is also showing up in ACR this tour. So if you didn't have a great glider there, which a lot of us didn't, I think the only other option was the Rose Parasol. That's very good. Both of those gliders were very good in their heyday. It does have a lot of 8 bill overlaps there, as well as really having no buff potential left. So the Sunset Balloons, generally I'd advise against investing into this further. If you've already got it like me, say at level 4, it might be one to ride out that course. These courses like the Peach Gardens RT and the DK Mountain T could easily come back and get another course or another glider get buffed on it. So then you're going to kind of be kicking yourself and going, why did I invest into that Sunset Balloons? It only gave me those 2 courses and now it gives me nothing because I'm investing into another glider. So you got to be careful with gliders like the Sunset Balloons. It's only number 60 on our ticket time rankings, so I'd advise holding off even though it's in ranked. But if you have to, it's got some good value. If you're not invested into some of these other items, then it might make sense for your account. Okay, moving on from the Sunset Balloons, now I want to take a look at the Luigi Parafoil. This one is, I guess you would say it's an old item now, because it came out at the start of 2022. It only has 9 courses left to see, some of those really rare RT courses that just haven't returned. It got Peach Gardens T and Peach Gardens RT this tour. One of those RT being a ranked week buff, so people who are invested into this item already will be stoked on that. The Luigi Parafoil really never was an amazing glider. I think it might have peaked in the top 10 very low at one point, but then it dropped right out again. So yeah, it's only number 32 on the ticket time rankings right now. It probably doesn't make sense to start investing into this, so I would probably hold off. That being said, those 2 buffs this tour with Peach Gardens are very nice. And it does have 6 overlaps with the Waluigi's Moustache, 6 with the Meteor Balloons, 5 with the Luigi's Hat Balloon, 5 with the Silver Surf Master, the Aurora Balloons, Dream Glider, Polka Dot Manta, Wonderful Wings, Mint and Berry Balloons, and then 4 with a whole bunch of, again, some great gliders. So that's Luigi Parafoil. Might be useful for your account, but for me, I would say hold off. All right, we're about to hit our top 10, but just sitting outside of the top 10 is the Mario's hat balloon, one that we haven't talked about all that much, but it's actually got some pretty nice value. It jumped up 4 places to number 11th on the ticket time rankings. It has 17 retro courses and 8 cities, and then this tour it got the Mario Circuit R and Peach Gardens R. So no ranked appearances this week, but certainly some nice ACR value there. So it's a bit of a sneaky glider, and it has 102 courses left to see, so it could be really nice in the future. It has unfortunately 7 overlaps with the 8-bit 1-up mushroom, so you do not want to invest into this glider and the 8-bit 1-up mushroom. It also has 6 overlaps with the mint and berry balloons, and then 5 with the wonderful wings, and 5 with the boo mask, and 5 with the origami glider. Also 4 with the piranha plant balloons is worth mentioning, the Sakura origami glider, the black starchute, and Mario's moustache. So this is why some of these gliders are a little under the radar, because if you're invested in most of us are probably invested in one of the gliders that I just mentioned. I'm invested in the 8-bit 1-up and the wonderful wings and the black starchute. So that's kind of replaced all the courses of this particular glider for me, for my account. But if you're invested in none of those other ones, this could be a really unique glider and it could give you a lot of courses. So might be one to look at. My caution with this one is because it's not in ranked, you probably should hold off investing until a week where this shows up in ranked. Okay, cool. Let's move into our top 10 in the ticket time rankings for the gliders. And in 10th place, we have the Silver Luigi's moustache. Unfortunately, not getting the buffs that we really wanted to see. I'm sorry, Flo. Hopefully it gets buffs in future. So it's down 1 place to number 10 in the ticket time rankings. Hopefully it bounces back. Then we've got the vanilla and chocolate balloons jumping down 3 spots. It's had a really good run. It looks like it might have kind of petered off a little bit. It had some really nice early value there. Then we've got the tropical balloons, also a similar situation where it's dropped down 5 places into number 8. Then we've got the green cat parafoil holding steady at 7th place. Then we have the mint and berry balloons, which we're going to take a look at. It jumped up 10 places to number 6 in the ticket time rankings. Candlelight Flight dropping down 1 place to number 5. Boo Mask dropping down 2 places to number 4. Then the 8-bit 1-up mushroom, huge buff, huge value this tour, jumping up 3 places. We'll take a look at that one as well. Then we've got the piranha plant balloons jumping up 3 places to number 2, and then in number 1 place, the best glider in the game right now, it is the wonderful wings. Yes, I took this one to level 7 and triple capped it, level 8 actually, and triple capped it this tour. My only other gliders I have at level 8 are the dragon wings and the golden wings. So now I have 3 wings at level 8. There's something to be said about the wings meta, as well as the 8-bit meta. These seem to be the ones that are really the most powerful items. So let's go ahead and first take a look at the mint and berry balloons. So it's number 6 on the ticket time rankings. It jumped up 10 spots as mentioned. It has 20 retro courses and 9 nitros. This tour got Peach Gardens R and Peach Gardens RT, one of these being a ranked week 2 buff, the Peach Gardens RT there. It still has 85 courses left to see, so this is very encouraging for the mint and berry balloons value. Really cool. It's great to have banana skills that have good overlap with giant banana. You can see some of the courses there. It has 6 overlaps with the flying flappers, 6 with Mario's hat balloon, 5 with Luigi parafoil, the polka dot manta and aurora balloon, then 4 with a whole bunch there as well, including the golden wings and the 8-bit fireflower. So yeah, a really nice glider, some overlaps of course, as all gliders do, so you've got to look at whether its unique coverage suits your account. But the mint and berry balloons, it's doing very well. Let's see if this lasts. I'm kind of surprised that the amount of buffs that these ice creams have got, but hey, I'm loving it, especially that I invested into the vanilla and chocolate balloons early on. It's been really nice for my account. All right, now let's move on to the 8-bit 1-up mushroom, my favorite glider in the game right now. This thing has been absolutely insane, as all the 8-bits are. You kind of almost expect one to be a bust, but I think Nintendo love the retro element and the nostalgia that brings for us, so they keep bringing them back. So hey, we keep investing. It gives us a sense of security knowing that an item will get good value, so we take it up early, and here it is. It's jumped up 7 places to number 3 in the ticket time rankings. It will absolutely, I'm calling it now, it will be the number 1 glider in the game very soon, and it will hold that place for a period of time. This tour it got Peach Gardens, and Peach Gardens are one of those being a ranked buff, which is very encouraging, especially that it's got 24 courses and only 6 Nitro courses, which shows that this one is the one that's going to show up way more regularly into the future, being that it doesn't have that Nitro value. It has 74 courses left to see, so it's still it should hit 30 courses in my books. It only needs 6 courses to see in order to hit those 30 retros. It's got 7 overlaps with the Mario's Hat Balloon, 7 with the Piranha Plant Balloons, 6 with the Pretzel Glider, 6 with Mario's Moustache, 5 with the Blooper Hanafuda, 5 with the Secret Scroll, and then 4 with a bunch there. So nothing too discouraging in that overlap, which shows why it's such a powerful glider. It's kind of ended up being the winner over the Secret Scroll and some of these other ones that had good starting value, the Piranha Plant Balloons, but the Piranha Plant Balloons has been doing very well too, so we need to take a look at that one now. It's actually just beaten out the 8-bit 1-up mushroom, so these two are absolutely neck and neck fighting it out for that top position. Here we go. It's got 23 courses, so just one less than the Piranha, the 8-bit 1-up mushroom. This tour it got Peach Gardens and Peach Gardens Tea, so you really just have to pick one of these 2 gliders. They are very neck and neck. It's got 7 overlaps with the 8-bit 1-up mushroom, 6 with the Secret Scroll, 5 with the 8-bit Fireflower, 5 with the Candlelight Flight, 5 with the Flyberry Book, 5 with the Dream Glider, and 5 with the Green Cat Parafoil. So the thing that makes me slightly less interested in this one here is those overlaps with the 8-bit Fireflower and the Candlelight Flight, 2 very meta gliders that most people invested into. If you then invest into this one, you're going to get those overlaps, whereas the 8-bit 1-up mushroom just doesn't have that same level of overlap. It's got 74 courses to see, so we'll have to see. Hopefully it again gets around that 30 range of retro course value that the 8-bit 1-up does. If you're invested into one of these, then maybe not the other, but it's a very, very nice glider. Let's finish this out looking at the best glider in the game, guys. It is the Wonderful Wings. We've probably talked about it so many times at this point I've lost count, but it is our number 1 glider in the game with 29 courses that are retros and 11 cities. It has 17 courses left to see, most of which are those quite rare retro courses, retro RTs that haven't come back in a long time. It held steady this tour, getting Peach Gardens and then 2 Amsterdam Drifts. That gave it 1 ranked course, which is the reason I could kind of justify investing into it this tour. But yeah, it's very, very nice. It has really insane value there. It has 8 overlaps with the Record Setter and the Aurora Balloons, 7 with the Ship's Wheel, 6 with the Wicked Topaz, 6 with the Gold Eggshell Glider, 5 with the Golden Wings, 5 with the Mario's Hat Balloon, the Secret Scroll, Sky High Flyer, Black Great Sail, Yukata Ribbon, Vanilla and Chocolate Balloons. So I should say Yukata Ribbon, Vanilla and Chocolate Balloons, Luigi Parafoil, and 4 with some others. But it is easily the best glider in the game right now. It's not even close. So there you go. There is our top 10 ticket time rankings for the gliders. Really, this is an interesting glider tour. Fantastic gliders. I would highly recommend looking into this one here. I invested into this even over one that I prefer the look of and prefer its potential future value, which is the Black Starchute. I decided the Wonderful Wings needed to be the one to go up, and gladly it didn't have too much overlap with the 8-bit, the Black Starchute. If we go further down the list, it only has 3 overlaps there. So if you're looking at those two and wondering which one to invest into, the numbers speak for themselves. The Wonderful Wings is the one to go for, but the Black Starchute could be one that's really valuable in the future too, so I'm hoping that one still continues to get some great buffs. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you are investing into these items which are gaining value for your account. Make sure to check out Ticket Time and run this algorithm on your own account to see what the items are that are gaining value for you and which are going to give you great value. I would highly recommend you try that out, as well as checking out my BGR tutorial which I did on the channel. Check out how to invest into the right items and to inspect these items deeply. Make sure to leave a like, hit subscribe if you loved it, and stay tuned to the channel for much more. Take care, and we'll see you in the next tour. Bye bye.